Zennia's World. I'm back again with another video. Before we get into the video, like, comment, subscribe, do whatever you want. I'm just happy that you're here and you're listening to what I have to say. With that being said, I love you guys, and tell me about your guys' stuff in the comments before we get into the video. Bye. One of my serious sit downs. I got some feedback from a friend that watches my videos, and they said that they like my videos and they really do like it. Like, it's like very entertaining. It's just that sometimes I drag on certain situations or certain parts of my videos. So I'm gonna try to put out this video and I'm gonna try to stay on track. I'm not going to try to get into one part because I literally have ADHD when it comes to certain things like that. But with that being said, I really want to make this a serious conversation, a serious topic. So if you're somebody that is struggling or going through the same thing, please do not be afraid to share what you're going through in the comments or Instagram, or DM me on Instagram, TikTok, or anything. With that being said, let's really just get into it. And yeah. So this all happened when I was about a sophomore. I wouldn't say it's been happening. It's been an ongoing uphill battle. Trauma-wise, since I've been younger, I was abused. I don't know if you guys know that, but I am a abuse survivor. I like to say survivor. I don't really like to say survivor because I did survive it, but it's like, I'm not no survivor no more. I don't need to, you don't need to feel bad for me. I don't want to say got over it. I'm still healing from it, but I'm also in a state where it's like, that doesn't bother me anymore. But obviously, since I was at such a young age, it still kind of bothered me and it lingered in my head. So when I was younger, the reason why my father did abuse me is because he thought I was quote unquote dumb. And because I was this dumb, I didn't know how to do my ABCs, or I didn't know how to read. And I'm not gonna say, oh, I'm gonna tell you what age I was, because I genuinely blanked out my entire childhood, but I was in between the ages of 5 and 7. It has to be around there because I remember being very young. I don't think I was in school yet, or either I was in school or I was just starting school, or I wasn't in school. My dad asked me to read a Jimmy Neutron book. If you guys are like younger, the Scholastics, that's what it's called. They would sell like a set of books all the time. And my dad got these Jimmy Neutron set of books, and he asked me to read it. He asked me to read this book because it was easy, it was simple. And because I did not know how to read it correctly, he proceeded to beat me. And from that point on, he used it as an excuse to keep on abusing me, keep on beating me, keep on doing all of these things because he thought I was stupid. After that, I left him and I wasn't around him for a couple years. The mental and physical abuse stopped, but the psychological abuse got worse, right? Where my dad was always call me dumb. He would always call me stupid. He would play psychological games with me. Like, I remember this time where there was like it's like a picnic thing, a picnic cover, you know, for the table. I don't know what it's called. I'll try to figure out what it's called, but there was a picnic cover. My father, I was just sitting down and I just got up. The picnic tablecloth, the tablecloth was not straight. So I said, okay. He said, fix it. So I fixed it. After I fixed it, he said, you're doing it incorrectly. That is wrong. After I fixed it for the second time, you're about to piss me off. Do it again before I put my hands on you. And he said, you're not going to move from here. You're not going to do anything until you fix this tablecloth. And that's what I did. I sat there. I was literally confused, questioning myself. Is this correct? Is this not? It was like this psychological game because my dad said he would never hit me again, but this was gonna make him hit me if I didn't do it correctly. And I'm only saying this, and I'm only bringing this up to say is that ever since I was younger, oh my God, like this is so sad for no reason. But ever since I was younger, I've always questioned my ability, if I was smart enough, if I was good enough, or if I could actually do this. I'm not trying to make this an emotional thing. So I went through school like that, where a lot of things were happening at home with my mom, even though I didn't live with my father. There was a lot of, not to me, well, sometimes to me, but more to my mom, of my mom being abused. And I wasn't around my father. And even when I was with my father, there was still that emotional abuse, that really bad emotional abuse. So I figured that I was gonna go to school and I was gonna be the class clown, because it's like, when I would be more serious about school in my younger grades to middle school, I was basically laughed at by the teachers. Like, the teachers would make me feel like I was stupid, where it was like I would constantly second guess myself. I remember my 8th grade math teacher. She was just teaching me the most basic math. And to you guys, you're probably like, how can't you pick up? I'm so sorry about the background. That's annoying the fuck out of me. But it's like, to you guys, you're probably like, why can't you know the most basic sense of math? And it's like, I do know it. I'm a very intelligent person, but it got to the point where it was like, I was constantly questioning myself. If I was dumb, I was stupid. And since I was dumb and stupid, in school, I became this class clown, this different persona, because I was going through a lot at home, you know? And when I would go to the teachers, I was never faced with, let me sit you down. There was only 2 teachers in my entire life who has ever cared about me to the point where they wanted me to succeed in what I was doing. And I remember her name was Miss Nathan. Miss Nathan, I think she was Hispanic or she was either Indian. She's one of those. And she was my 4th grade teacher. And I think that was the first time I've ever in my life got honor roll, because she would take me from recess and I would have to do homework and school in her class so that she can help me pass and make me understand. And that was the first time I've ever in my life got honor roll. So I didn't feel safe with teachers. I didn't feel smart enough with teachers, because I was always hit with the, oh, you should know this, or I explained this already. So I wasn't really in school a lot. I would tell my mom, hey, I don't want to go to school today. And she would kind of just be like, okay, you don't have to. And even though I love my mom was very passive. It was like, if I said I didn't want to go to school, then it was like, okay, you don't have to go to school. Or if I was like, I don't want to go to school, it would take her a lot of convincing to be like, yes, like, no, you can't go. Yes, you don't have to go. It didn't take her that much convincing. So my father, on one hand, was calling me stupid and dumb and saying that I was going to be pregnant by 16 and I was never going to college. While my mom, on the other hand, was very passive. Oh, you're okay. You don't got to go to school. You're good as long as you're passing. And that mixture together made me come to the realization that I never believed in myself, because nobody has ever believed in me. I can say it like that. Nobody has ever believed in me as a person. So I went into high school with the same mindset of nobody cares about me. Nobody cares what I'm doing as long as I'm passing. I don't have to, like, you know, all I gotta do is just pass. So boom. The freshman year comes and I'm very on and off at school. I'm not really there, but I'm also there. And then sophomore year comes. The summer before sophomore year, I was going through a lot mentally. My mom just got locked up. My mom's boyfriend at the time stole our car and left us, and we were homeless again. And we had to go live with my mom's friends. I'm sorry if I'm looking out to the side. It's not because, like, you know what I mean? But it's like I'm really just trying to take those memories and bring them to my frontal lobe for you guys. So sophomore year came and I again in and out of school, never was there for an entire week. I was mentally not there. I then got a job at McDonald's that my sophomore year in like October, I got a job at McDonald's. So I went from crying and being sad and being hopeless of being like, what's gonna happen to my family? I don't want us to be homeless again, to now I'm 16 and I'm a sophomore and I'm working basically full time and going to school just to help my mom get us back on our feet. So obviously, again, like I'm going through this life of jumping house to house, not being at school. The second semester of school, I think this had to be like, I think that was like 2017. This had to be 2019 semester, second semester of sophomore year. I would leave the schools for an entire month. I wouldn't go to school for an entire month. But my mom didn't really care because she didn't see me, you know? And the reason why she didn't see me is because I was at work 24/7, working my ass off every single day. I wasn't at school. I wasn't doing those things, you know? And I was missing from school, and I remember I would go back and like the joke to my friends at the time would be, oh, I went to Dubai for the weekend. Oh, I went to Dubai for a month. And even though it was like, ha ha ha, where'd you really go? It's like, really, in reality, I did not go out of state, but me saying I went to Dubai for a weekend was literally the saddest thing that I could ever say, because even I wasn't in Dubai, but I was definitely going through something, and that's why I wasn't there at school every single day. I then convinced my mom to switch me over schools because my school wasn't making me feel comfortable. I didn't feel happy at that school. So I told my mom, just switch me over schools and I will be better. You know, I will be better. So my mom then switches me over schools the same week. I go to a new school and I'm at that new school and I'm not even at the school 24/7. I am literally skipping every single day. I get in late, I go to my first period, I hide in the bathroom, I go to A lunch and B lunch. The only thing that's keeping me like straight is like talking to the boys in high school, you know what I mean? So after that entire month, I say, well, I made a dumb decision. Can you just switch me back over to my other high school? And my mom says, Nia, you're doing too much, but okay. She then switches me over to my other high school, and I go back to that high school, and again, the cycle does not stop. I motivate myself. I'm gonna do this for 2 entire weeks. I only have 3 more months of school. I'm gonna go to school and I'm gonna pass. I'm going to pass. And I start going to school again, and then things just start getting worse again, because it's like everybody's just expecting me to fail, especially the teachers, because I'm never there. Don't know the information. I remember that ever since I was like in elementary school and middle school, it was always like, oh, Zania, you answer this question, because the teachers would always try to be funny because they knew I wouldn't know that. And I got so embarrassed because I was like, I don't know any of this. Like, I don't know. And then those couple months come by, and again, it's like one teacher at the end of the year, when I was literally about to go to junior year, my teacher said, all you have to do is pass with a 60. And I said, okay. I put my mind to it and I failed. I didn't pass with a 60, and I basically failed that class. So going into my junior year, that summer, I was like, okay, I'm going to stick to my guns. I'm going to pass. I'm in advanced English. I am in math. I'm doing all of these things that are to better myself. And I said, this is going to be my year. I am going to pass. I get into school, and again, everything just feels horrible. It's like I'm literally just walking into school and floating. I'm not in my body. I was never in my body for an entire month and a half. When I was at that school, in high school, it was like I felt nothing. I was floating. I wasn't there. This isn't my life. This isn't where I want to be. I would go to school and then I would go to work. I would go to school and then I would go to work. And after me repeatedly going there, I essentially told my mom that I don't want to do this anymore. I feel depressed. I feel sad. I want to do online school. And she says, okay, let's go do online school. I signed up for online school. And again, after us finally getting back onto our feet, we got evicted from basically one house. We went to the second one. No, we got evicted by, at this point, when we were living on our own without the boyfriend, because with the boyfriend we got evicted 3 times, but without him, this was our 2nd time getting evicted from our apartment. And my mom brought back that boyfriend who stole our car, and then we went into my mom's friend's house. So at that time we were living with my mom's friend, and that got too inevitable. It got really bad, like it wasn't livable. So since we were in that position, I said, let me just work full-time while I do online school. And my mom says okay. I then switch over to online school, and we had to move out of that house because again, it's inevitable. We can't live there, it's unlivable. So we left and we moved into a fucking roach city, like literally roach city. We lived into those homes where they decorate them for you, but nothing but homeless people and people who don't have their own apartment live there. It's basically like a hotel, a fully decorated hotel, right, with the rooms. So boom. I'm like, so boom. So then we live there, and I'm still trying to juggle school. At this time, I'm watching my niece full time. I'm trying to do school and I'm trying to work, but I'm also trying to keep my head on my shoulders because again, we are not in a good situation. After 2 weeks, we gave up and we were like, yeah, fuck no, we're not gonna do this anymore. This is horrible. I hate working, like we hate like living here. Let's move again. So then we moved again to my mom's friend's house and my mom's best friend's house, and that situation got very unlivable and unattainable again. Nothing but arguing, her son telling us that he was gonna spit on us, he doesn't care, he's gonna hurt us, and my mom's best friend doing nothing about it, constantly yelling. She was pregnant at the time. Shit just was going so sideways that I was just like, what is this coming down to? So what eventually happened was I moved all the way to Chandler. I asked my mom's friend, hey, can you please just put your name on the Wi-Fi? Can you put your name on Wi-Fi and I will pay for it for every single, like, you know, every single month. She then tells me like, no, just go get you a $40 Wi-Fi box. No, just go get you a $40 Wi-Fi box. I don't want to do that. So I essentially got kicked out of online school. And since I was kicked out, I didn't have nothing else to do, you know? I was officially a high school dropout at my junior year. And things just got really, really worse to the point where you guys see my 2020, my 2021, and now we're here, right? To the Zania that I am today, okay? And in 2021, when I left a narcissistic situation, I officially started to care about myself and love myself, right? This is gonna be, you're probably gonna think I'm trying to preach to you, but after years of nobody believing in me, I started to believe in myself. So when everybody was saying that I was a high school dropout and I was gonna be nothing, I became something. And with me becoming something, I went to college. And literally the time frame of 5 months, I got my GED. And a week after I got my GED, I went to college. And after I went to college, 3 weeks after I went to college, I got my driver's license. After I got my went to driver's school, a month after that, I got my driver's license. And after I got my driver's license, wait, hold on. Listen to this testimony. After I got my driver's license, my mom got a car, so I was driving my mom's car, but I have my own car now, okay? I'm in college, I'm doing content creation, and guess who believed in themselves? Me. And that's all I have to say today, is that I dropped out of high school because I didn't believe in myself and I didn't have nobody else to believe in myself. So when I say like, the shit that I'm doing right now is because I did it, it's because I literally did it. Everything that I'm going through is from me, you know what I mean? So yeah. I don't want to cry no more in front of you guys. I wanted to make this like a fun story time type shit, but I knew that it wasn't gonna be like that. But okay, I love you guys, and I hope that you guys can like listen to my story. And yeah, I will talk to you guys later.